So, let's be honest. AI is amazing for getting homework done, like super fast. But what if I told you that's the least powerful thing it can do? Today, we're going to dive into how to use AI not just for answers, but to actually level up your own brain, to help you think deeper, learn more, and get way more creative.
All right, here's the plan. We're going to start with a big trap a lot of people fall into. Then we'll look at the hidden cost of getting easy answers. After that, it's all about shifting how we think, learning to ask better questions, and using a simple framework to guide us. It's going to be a fun ride.
You know the feeling. That deadline is staring you down. The question is just impossible. And that little voice in your head says, just ask the AI for the answer. It's so tempting, right? It's fast, it's easy, it feels like a total cheat code.
And that brings us to these two paths. On one side, you've got AI for answers. That's when you're just a passenger, letting the machine do all the work. But on the other side, AI for thinking. That's a whole different ballgame. Now you're in the driver's seat, using this incredible tool to make you smarter. And this right here, this is the most important thing to remember. The easiest path is almost never the one that leads to real growth. When you take the AI's perfect answer, you're skipping the struggle. And believe it or not, the struggle is where all the learning actually happens. So, what is the actual cost of these easy answers? It's not just about getting caught or getting a bad grade. It's about what you're losing in the long run, things you might not even realize you're giving up. Okay, so check this out. You ask about climate change, and the AI gives you this. I mean, it's flawless. It's perfectly written, sounds super smart. It's the exact right answer. Or is it? That's the tricky part.
By just grabbing that perfect answer, you lost all of this. You lost the chance to find your own words, to put the pieces together yourself, to really get that aha moment. You basically outsourced your thinking, and you missed the chance to actually understand the topic for yourself.
And this leads us to this awesome concept called productive struggle. You know that feeling when you're wrestling with a tough problem and your brain kind of hurts? That's not a bad thing. That's your brain literally building new muscles, getting stronger. It's the heavy lifting that makes you smarter. And AI shortcuts? They're like skipping your workout. Okay, so how do we actually fix this? It's all about changing your mindset. Stop seeing AI as a replacement for your brain and start thinking of it as a partner in crime. It's a tool, and you're the one in charge. I love this because it makes it so clear. AI is the assistant. You are the thinker. You're the one calling the shots, making the big creative leaps. The AI is there to hand you information, check your work, and help you out, but you're always the boss. So this might look a little nerdy, but stay with me. This is Bloom's taxonomy, and it's perfect for this. See the bottom stuff, like remembering facts and understanding concepts? AI is incredible at that. It can recall anything in a split second. And that frees up your brain to do the really cool stuff at the top of the pyramid, analyzing, evaluating, and creating new things. That's where humans shine. So how do we put this into practice? It all comes down to the questions you ask, your prompts. A bad prompt is do the work for me. A great prompt is help me think. Let's look at some fantastic examples. See the magic word there? Brainstorm. You're not saying write me a story, you're saying give me some ingredients. The AI can give you a bunch of amazing ideas, but you're still the chef who decides what to cook up. This one is a total game changer. It's like having a personal tutor available anytime. The AI's job is just to make it make sense, but the real work, the part that proves you actually get it, that's when you have to rewrite it in your own words. Okay, this prompt is my favorite. You're literally turning the AI into your sparring partner. It's not giving you opinions, it's poking holes in your logic and asking tough questions so that you can figure out what you truly believe. So powerful. This is another great example of staying in control. The AI is like a GPS showing you a few different routes you could take to your destination, but you're the one who picks the best path and does all the driving. You make the final call. Now, to pull all this together, let's look at a super simple framework. It breaks down how you use AI into 4 clear levels so it's easy for everyone, students and teachers, to be on the same page. Let's run through these real quick. Level 1, no AI. Pretty straightforward. Level 2, AI assisted. That's the sweet spot we've been talking about, using it to brainstorm or get ideas. Level 3, AI supported, is for polishing things up, like a grammar check after you've written your draft. Now, level 4, co-creator. This is where you got to be careful.
This is when AI starts writing big chunks for you, and for school, that often crosses the line because you're not the main thinker anymore.
So, no matter what level you're working at, here's the bottom line. It all starts and ends with you. You start with your own brainstorm. You use AI to expand on it, but then you absolutely have to bring it back and rewrite it in your own voice, making sure the final product is truly yours.
And I think this quote just sums it all up perfectly. AI is your teammate, not your captain. Your teammate helps you practice and get better, but you're the captain who calls the plays on game day and takes credit for the win. So, I'll leave you with this question. You now know the real secret of AI, that its true power isn't just giving you easy answers, but helping you become a better thinker. So how are you going to use it? How will you make AI your partner to totally supercharge your own brain?